over there is appearing in person to inspect the records.
So you can take that back. He's reading the law right now. When the requester appears in person, would you like to read it, sir?
No, I don't read it. This,
Do you take my word for it?
We do what you do, we'll do what we do.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay, I'll go through that extra step, but it's against my statutory right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
That's a violation of my statutory right to put that extra step in front of it.
All right. Okay.
And
Thank
the
you.
passive aggression is noted as well. 802. County admin, it's probably here. This is probably where she meant. Hi, I'm looking for the comprehensive annual financial report, please.
What is that again?
The comprehensive annual financial report, please.
Okay, I'll be right with you.
Thank you. And what's your name is?
My name is Lou.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
I'm Finn. She don't care.
You can actually go to our website,
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
and there is what we call the Freedom of Information Act request.
Yes.
You can submit one of those, and we'll be more than happy to assist you.
Okay, normally, like if I were to say I wanted Lou's salary, I would put in a FOIA request, right?
Repeat that. I'm sorry.
If I were to ask for, let's say, Lou's salary, for example, I would put in a FOIA request. But
Okay.
the comprehensive annual financial report must be readily accessible for the citizenry to review in a hard copy format, not something that could be changed with ones and zeros online. I need the hard copy. If it's 2020, that's fine. 2021 might not be ready till March, but we need to physically inspect it.
You will not have that information. I can give you the information that does have the FOIA Act by law.
Yeah, right,
And
and-
we can make sure we provide that for you.
Again, that it should be readily available without having to go through that extra step. In the state statute, it's
Pull up FOIA information and please give it to him.
okay. If it was some other record that was not readily available, or that should be readily available, do you not have the CAFR ready? And may I ask your name too, please, ma'am?
My
Just
name
so I
is
know.
Chandra, but we will give you the FOIA form. Once you make that a request, we'll be more than happy to give you that information.
Okay, I'll go through that extra step, but it's against my statutory right.
Thank you. Have a great day.
That's a violation of my statutory right to put that extra step in front of it.
All right? Okay,
And
thank
the
you.
passive aggression is noted as well.
Have a great day.
Well, I'm still here. I'm going to fill this out and turn it in because I want
Okay.
this info.
And we'll, once you fill it out, according to the information that you are requesting, we do have,
Time to doctor the notes.
we
Okay,
have 10
got it.
Let me
Yeah.
pull that,
That's why,
resolution in that ordinance.
Chandra, that's why that's not allowed to be put off.
Resolution in that ordinance, I'll be the one.
It should be readily available. She just turned her back. That's so rude. People are rude and people are polite for the same reason. It's the way we were raised. So she's giving me a hurdle to find out where our tax money is going. They don't have a CAFR available? Not readily available. I told her, and I didn't I break it down, Lou, that there are certain things that should be readily available, and that's one of them. That's not one of them that can be sit. We have 10 days to give you other records. Yeah, to redact like a body cam footage of something. But the numbers of our taxes, that should be like, hey, look, this is what we got. No waiting. No time to doctor it and change it around. That's why the law is written the way it is. Hey, Deputy Burt.
Good.
Did Miss Chandra call you on us? Yeah, I'm just conducting my civic duty, sir, trying to get records. But this is an extra step that goes against our statutory rights. And
Yeah, it says it right here, the following records of a public body must be made available for public inspection and copying during the hours of operations of the public body, unless the record is exempt, but it's not.
we might need you, though. Law enforcement, this is the law.
Without the requester being required to make a written request to inspect or copy the records.
So you could take that back. He's reading the law right now.
When the requester appears in person, would you like to read it, sir?
No, I don't read it. This.
Do you take my word for it?
We do what you do, we'll do what we do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
He gave me that application back there. I'll be saying that they're reading the law first.
And we're not criminals, so we're not here to break the law. It's to try to uphold it. Are we waiting for
She'll
me?
be right with you.
Okay,
She's
great.
giving the information.
Again, my name is Finn. I'm with the Bolt Action News Group. And like he said, that public information, there are certain things that are exempt from the FOIA request process that should be readily available. Can you read that again, just so Lou knows?
It says the following records of a public body must be made available for public inspection and copying during the hours of operation of the public body, unless the record is exempt pursuant to section 30-4-40 or other state or federal laws, without the requester being required to make a written request to inspect or to copy the records when the requester appears in person.
Hey, Lieutenant, you have your badge number, please?
114.
Thank you. And your name is Bellflower?
Bellflowers.
Thank you. I'm Finn with Bang, Bolt Action News Group.
Okay.
We're just trying to get the comprehensive annual financial report. And they gave us a Freedom of Information Act request form to fill out. I explained it's our statutory right to not have to go through that hurdle, that's one of the documents that is exempt from that process and should be readily available for the citizens to inspect with video record.
Under South Carolina statute 30-4-30, subsection D.
And like
Which
I
is
told the
available.
deputy, we're not criminals, so we're not.
I don't have any idea about that. That's something that the county attorney, or I guess, would have to deal with.
Right. If Chandra needs to call them, I mean,
Well, we
just
have the law right here. You guys law enforcement?
Yeah,
Okay, well, this is South Carolina law,
right.
so we need it enforced.
But
Okay.
I'm not gonna do that without talking to the county attorney first.
okay.
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 Yeah, where's he at? What floor is he on?
He is on the 5th, well, if he's here, he's on the 5th floor.
He might be in court or something, right? Got a lot of people to lock up. But we want to make sure that the numbers are right. You have it?
I'm making copies of it for you.
Oh, thank you. It's really like the last couple pages with all the numbers on it that I want to inspect.
No, I'm making copies of it. Once you submit the information, we'll be more than happy to assist you.
Can you just hear me out? We just explained to Luke. Can you read that one more time, Major?
Well, pretty much if you provide us that information, not only from what you're verbally reading, but if you provide it for us in printed format,
See, that's another hurdle that is against our statutory right. We should not have to go through this to get that record.
The paperwork, explaining the statute, and then once you submit the paperwork, we do have a process to follow as well.
Okay.
Time to doctor the
See,
numbers.
I don't know
Do
what
you
that
follow
process
state
is.
law?
Yeah.
I don't have any idea.
Yes, sir.
Because it does not
If you provide
exist.
the paperwork,
What we read to
show
you
us
is
the
what is
statute
supposed to
and
happen.
state
We
law
should be able to see where our money is going without
Yeah,
them
I mean,
having
I'll show
time
it
to
to you right
doctor
here.
it. This is an audit, and it would defeat the purpose of the audit to let them know, hey, we're going to come back next Tuesday and see if everything's okay. The health department doesn't do that to the restaurant,
Right.
And we, the people, want to know where our taxes are going. Did they say they were going to give you money for squad cars and then give you bonuses instead? That happened to Sheriff Sadie Darnell. The Supreme Court of Florida sided with the commissioners who said that it was wrong for her to do that. They gave her money for squad cars and she gave her boys pay raises instead. And I'm not saying you guys are doing that here, and I'm not saying that isn't great for you, but it's not what we the people asked for. And we should be able to find out where our money is going. A budget is a bunch of promises. The comprehensive annual financial report is where the money actually went at the end of the year. They might have 2020 ready. They might not have 2021 ready till March, but I want to look at one or the other.
Yeah, and it should be readily available in every financial office. We do this all over the country.
We did it in the city of
City of
Florence, and they
Florence.
just gave us the CAFR. They asked for us to keep the copy ourselves. We said, I don't want to kill any more trees, and gave it back. We saw the numbers. Everything made sense. That's ad nauseum. I get on a hamster wheel about this stuff. It's important to me, you know. And yeah, you guys have crime to fight or lunch to eat.
Lunch sounds good.
I promise you, we mean no harm. We're not armed, as Deputy Taylor could tell you.
If you wanna go ahead back down, that's fine. I can cook.
Okay, because I gotta go relieve Jenny for lunch.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you, Deputy Burt. He was pretty professional.
Yeah, he was.
So was Taylor. She was very nice.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good.
We met one of your captains this morning.
I don't
You remember his name? Nice guy. He was down at the, where was it? Health and Human Services? No, the election,
The elections
supervisor
office.
elections. And what's your name and badge number, please?
Captain Brumbles, 107.
Thank you, Captain. Command staff.
Hey.
He knows what's up. You remember that call? He came in this morning.
No, a lot of times we operate off a different channel. than
Yeah, you do
patrol.
different districts,
Yeah.
different areas, right?
Our courtroom channel was a different channel
Gotcha.
than what the patrol guys work off of, so.
Yeah.
they
Or else
don't
it'd get
always
too
come
busy.
through.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Well, yeah, I wish I could say, go 10-8, but she doesn't want to help us. They're all coming back from lunch. We haven't had a bite to eat yet.
Okay. She's trying to get your copy.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
I think she's just giving you a copy of the request form.
Hopefully
We'll-
not.
we'll head down to
Hopefully
the
she called the
attorney's
attorney,
office
yeah. You understand the importance and like the reasoning behind our wanting to see a hard copy, right? Because they could go back and be like, hey, change the ones and the zeros and all this stuff real quick and then give them that. There's one that is approved and shown and has stamps and everybody said these are the numbers and I'm to be held of account if it's not, if it doesn't add up. So when you can ship things out online, that's why we still need ink and paper. Beautiful watercolors in this office. I really like that one over there.
This is the information. It just basically states about submitting a FOIA for the actual salaries of an individual that are less than 50,000. No, you can't state someone's direct salary. You can give a range. For anyone that is 50,000 or more, they still have to complete a FOIA form in order to get that information.
Yeah, and that's the example that I was telling you that I wasn't asking for. I am not really asking for Lou's salary. I was telling you that that's something that I would have to submit a FOIA request form for. But the thing that I am actually asking for is a comprehensive annual financial report that should be readily available for citizens to inspect and make sure that the numbers haven't changed since it was approved by the commissions. And it's not something that it's like this gentleman read to you. it's exempt from the FOIA process.
Okay, if you would hold for a moment,
Sure.
let me do some research on that and
Yeah,
gather.
I can
Please,
get- I
call
can
the
get-
5th floor. We could go down to the 5th floor, get the state attorney or the county attorney to,
Yeah, it's 30-4-30.
and this is not to give you a hard time, this is for
Absolutely not.
education,
We
for
will
fun and for
work
free,
as
man.
best as we can.
This is our civic duty and our civil rights.
Right. Tell her 30-4-30
And your name is?
subsection D.
30-40
No, 30-4-30
30-4
-30
subsection D. And my name's Finn. I'm with Bang, Bolt Action News Group.
Section D. And your name is?
Finn, like Huckleberry?
Yes. Okay, if you all will, if you have.
Take your
a
time,
second, we can
take
do
your
some
time.
Research for you.
Thank you. Do you like have that copy that you just want to reassure yourself to be able to let us see it, or do you not have a copy of it?
Let me do my research.
Okay. Because sometimes 2021 isn't ready till March. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whichever one they have available. Which is exactly why they put that into the state statute, is because, just like you said, if you go there to look and inspect the records, then that's the true records.
Yep.
If you have to submit a FOIA request, 20 days later you get whatever they decide to whip up.
Yeah.
and give to
And
you.
Deputy, if you want to take a load off, man.
No, I'm good. I appreciate it, though.
I really do like those watercolors.
Let's look at that.
And this is a pretty town you have here too.
Yeah, I like living here. I enjoy living here.
The following records of a public body must be made available for the public inspection and copying during the hours of operation of the public body, unless the record is exempt pursuant to section 30-4-40, which is just a little bit lower here in the state statute. I've already looked those over, and there's no exemption for the CAFR. And basically, they even put the old CAFRs online, so you can look online and find the old CAFRs. But the new CAFRs usually aren't online yet. But there it says, without the requester being required to make a written request to inspect or copy the records when the requester appears in person. See, that's him over there. He's appearing in person to inspect the record, just like the state law allows him to do. And it says here, if he's in person, he does not need to make a written request.
Yeah. And if this goes south, Deputy, you're looking good so far, man. But enforce the law.
Well, and it's like I was saying earlier, if they don't do it, if they don't have it for you to view,
Yeah.
then it may be something they can you can come back tomorrow for, I guess is what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. But it's not gonna be something where we're gonna lock them up because they don't.
Right. No. Exactly. Yeah.
No, I don't think there's any kind of provision for the records law for criminal
Exactly.
offenses.
It's not a,
Right.
it's not a criminal offense.
Right.
So,
Right. And like we were just at the health department, and the PD, the local PD, went in there and they kind of softened the blow, let them know like, hey, these guys are well within our rights. There's nothing we could do about it. So just give them what they want, and they'll get out of here before you know it. So that's all I was saying. That's usually how
Dan?
it goes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just to answer your question, that information is public knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's actually on the Florence County webpage.
Right.
If you go out there to the webpage, it is, the 2021 is out there, the 2022 volume is not out there yet.
Right.
However, for public knowledge is out there, and that CAFR is actually 209 pages.
Right, and there should be a printed copy ready for inspection, and it should have been stamped by the commission. That's what I'm saying. It's usually on a county clerk's desk in wherever we go. They'll have it on the desk right there, or they'll have it behind the thing to give to anybody who wants to come and inspect it. The website and those ones and zeros in the digital world can be changed easily in a nanosecond. So that's why we have the printed copy.
Okay.
That's something that can't be doctored while in the few seconds that it takes me to go down to my car to go,
Very last page.
you know what I mean?
Go to the very last page.
Yeah, not everybody has a computer, so that's why we do it in person as well, because the system has to work on all levels. It might work on the computer, but some people don't have
And
a
also,
computer.
there's the Florence County Public Library also.
Yes.
That you
Yes.
would have access to, which is open and
Yes.
available to the public for those that do not have.
And I was just about to pose a hypothetical for you, Lieutenant. If I were go to the sheriff's office and I wanted a complaint form, is there one readily available in your lobby?
Complaint form?
Yes,
Should be.
there should be,
Yes.
right? That way I could go in, get that complaint. I don't have to talk to anybody who will intimidate me out of making the complaint. If I was a homeless person and my only access to the internet was in that public library and somebody unlawfully trespassed me just because they didn't like the way it smelled or something, you have to commit a crime on public property to get trespassed. So that would be an unlawful trespass. So how would I make that complaint if I can't do it online? I have to have a hard copy. I don't have my only access to the internet because I just got trespassed.
I got
You
you.
know?
I know
So
where
all
you're
those
going.
things, we run those hypotheticals, you know?
Mhm.
What if there was no such thing as a hypothetical situation? That's like saying, I remember when...
He got me on that the other day. I was like, huh?
What would we do?
That's funny.
So again, I don't care about the county finances. I care about the process of we the people being able to inspect the county's finances.
Absolutely. Yeah, because when people that don't know their rights come and they try to get stuff, they get bamboozled.
Yeah, and we had Julian. He's your supervisor of elections. He asked us, "Oh, do you live here?" If I pay taxes in this country, even if I'm not a citizen, if I'm a migrant worker and I bought something at the store and I paid taxes, you guys get federal taxes money, right, in this county?
Every
At least a
state
penny of it. That,
Some kind of federal money, yes.
therefore, you're subject to the scrutiny of we the people, whoever it is.
does. Yeah, yeah. CNN doesn't pay taxes in every locale that they do reporting in.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and they report everywhere.
Everywhere.
Bad example, though, man. Bad.
I could say Fox News,
Yeah.
MSNBC, or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
Yeah, they are. We try to be a little different. You won't see me editing anything out. All the boring parts get fast forwarded. So nobody could say, oh, but you egged them on. We actually do the opposite. We always try to de-escalate and try to save our resources because you have crime to fight, like I said, you know.
The only crime right now is my empty belly.
Where do you go eat some good chow here?
Yeah, we saw, was it
The
Holy
smoking,
Smokes?
Holy Smokes, is
Yeah.
that any good?
Is that good?
Yeah.
The barbecue?
Yep.
And we're back.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cut mine off since you're running and mine's pretty low.
That's my belly.
Yeah, I'm at 35%. That's no go.
It's a borborgamy. I learned that word too. Did you know that one?
What's that?
That gurgling gut? It's called a borborgamy.
Borgamy.
Borborgamy.
Borgamy. I learn something new every day. Dude.
Yeah, man.
Not
But they
that I'll
had,
ever use that. I'll just say, "Oh my God." maybe if I'm having dinner at the White House, I'll be like, "Do you have any Grey Poupon of Borgamy?"
I have a borborgamy.
All right. I hate to say it, but
You want to chalk it up as a failure?
well, I'm out of
'Cause,
here.
I mean, I'm
I'll
tired
go
of jumping through
downstairs.
hoops,
Okay, she's still
I'm
working.
fine. I'll get out of
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'm hungry. She might give you a minute or two. I got some peppermints. I'm gonna eat those.
That's something else we inspect. You want a lollipop?
No, thank you. No, thank you. I went and ate a salad a little while ago, so I'm good until we get home.
I'm gonna wait downstairs for you.
All right, brother.
Take your time. I'm in no
Sure.
rush. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was majorly awesome.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, if you look that up.
All right, then I'm back again.
Hey,
All right.
there we go.
Now, what we have is the 2020
Right.
CAFR. Okay, the 2021 has not yet been bound, so they're just waiting on that, but it is on the website. Okay?
Right.
So if you would like to view this, you're more than happy to do so.
Thank you.
Okay? And just when you're finished, you can give it to Miss Lou.
Okay.
All right.
And the next guy, it'll be a lot easier, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. All right, and look, this is the important part right here at the end. $62 million. There's 22.
Ask her, so okay if I come back.
I am not.
Where's the first one? Here we go.
You're not gonna fix it. Yes, sir.
I was gonna see if I can speak to people.
Sure.
Miss Chandra,
Yes, sir.
audit complete. You get a C plus. Thank you.
Just because of the time.
Right. And I'm hungry and cranky. That's why. C's for cranky. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Thank
Continue
you.
to honor your oath, sir.
Thank you.
I took that oath too.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
It has no expiration date, even though I'm no longer in the Marine Corps. So,
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
right on. So they complied and stopped resisting.
Good, how are you?
Thanks again.
Oh, you're welcome, you have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye. Thanks again, Deputy Taylor. I put in a good word with you with the lieutenant.
Thank you, you have a good day.
You earned it. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Sorry, Charlie.